Good morning, Bell. Yes, I do. Well, the Pope is going officially to Ireland to attend the World Meeting of Families. That is the official reason. The World Meeting of Families is an international event that takes place in the Catholic world every 3 years, and this time will take place, of course, in Dublin. And the highlight of that schedule will be the Mass that he will attend and preside on Sunday evening in Phoenix Park, a Mass that will attract as little as 500,000 people when it comes to the Pope, of course, or even more. We'll compare that to the 1.5 million that turned up for John Paul II. Well, another highlight for that trip will be his visit to the Marian shrine, one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, pilgrimage site in Ireland. But of course, all eyes, if not ears, will be on what the Pope will say on issues like sex abuse scandals in the Catholic Church, or abortion, or same-sex marriage during the 6 speeches that he's expected to deliver whilst in Ireland, Bell.
And of course, this visit comes at an extremely challenging time, not only for the papacy, but for the whole of the Catholic Church, doesn't it?
Well, indeed. I mean, this is a very challenging time for him to travel to Ireland, not only because Ireland is the country that has seen some of the worst cases of sexual abuse by the clergy against minors in the past. I mean, there were some horrific details there that came up in the past few decades. But, of course, he travels there at the time when sexual abuse cases have been reported elsewhere in the world and have once again rocked the Catholic Church. Just think of the report that came out in the state of Pennsylvania a few days ago that detailed abuses by clergymen, especially priests. In this case, it was 300 priests against more than 1,000 people. There's another similar sex scandal that erupted in Chile that the Pope is dealing with as well. So he's traveling there at a very sensitive time, and people there in Ireland do expect him to say something a little more than sorry, as he did say in a letter that he wrote to the people of God just in the last few days. They want concrete action. They want, for instance, for him to establish a system, a mandatory reporting system that will force everybody in power in local dioceses like bishops to report immediately cases of abuses. At the same time, they want him to make the same people who are accused of covering up such cases, in this case again against bishops, local bishops, because they would be the first ones to know about them, to be accounted for that. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye and an ear out, of course, on what he says during his very short 36-hour trip in Ireland, Bell.